Well, hello and welcome to another Nomad Bike Rider video from Nooksack River in northeast Washington. I'm just outside of Bellingham. I don't know how many miles. I'm heading up to Mount Baker on a road bike ride. There's my trusty steed over there waiting, and I'm actually feeling pretty proud of myself because 2.5 miles in, which is, you know, once I'm going, I normally don't try to stop, and I just felt a little uncomfortable and rumbling in the stomach, you know, maybe some anxiety, who knows, but decided to double back about 1/8 of a mile to a campground here and use the toilet. A little bit too much information, but I feel better, and like I said, I'm proud of myself for doing that, because normally I just power through. But I wanted to start out with a really beautiful scene. I have no idea what to expect. I've got a lot on my mind, stuff I wanted to share with you. So it's been a while since I've done a video like this. The last one was with my sister. That was cool, and I'm really happy. It's gotten for my channel a lot of views, and so I'm really stoked that people are watching my sister, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And I miss her. I sort of wish I had stayed there a little bit longer, but it is what it is. I made the decision to keep going. I've been a lot of different places. I think as I'm climbing up the mountain, which should be pretty spectacular once we get around some corners. It looks like it's permanently glacier capped. We're in the Cascades. Like I said, there's a lot going on. So while I'm grinding up the mountain, I think I'll turn the camera on and share some of my thoughts with you about where I've been, what I've seen, and amongst other things. So anyway, for now, enjoy the Nooksack River and get ready for a 50-mile huge climb, road bike ride with the Nomad Bike Rider. See you in a bit. All right, I think I've got about 8.5 miles to go. I just wanted to check in on an easy part of the climb so far. Right now, there's been a couple hard bits, up around 8 or 9%, which is, you know, once you get past 6%, it's kind of steep. So I would rate this overall at the moment as a fairly low stress route, because even though there's some traffic, it's not super frequent. And you can see there's no shoulder. Here comes a car. They passed well to my left, but been buzzed a couple times, but I don't think it was intentional. Like I said, overall it's a low stress ride. It hasn't been super hard. I haven't done one like this in so long, so it's not like I'm tearing it up either. But that said, I'm excited and looking forward to getting us to the top and seeing what's up there. One of the things I've noticed about the ride is that I'm only at 1,900 feet above sea level, according to my GPS. And so the elevation is not an issue, but it, you know, like sensory wise, it feels like it's much higher, because, you know, it's very alpine and steep, but it just goes, even though we're so close to the coast, Canada is literally, like, I think just straight in front of us, but even though it's so close to the coast, these Cascades, these incredibly razor-ridged mountains are just a phenomenon, because they're so close to the coast. It just speaks to the incredibly beautiful, violent, magnificent forces that made them. So I'm gonna shut up and save most of this for when we get up there, and hopefully are able to see some of the beauty that I'm trying to convey to you. So hang on to your hat. We got about 8, maybe 7.5, 8+ miles to go. I'm suspecting there'll be more steep climbs, so I'm gonna shut up, save my energy, and see you when we get there. Arrived at Artist Point on Mount Baker, and that over there in the clouds is Mount Baker. But because it's so easy to drive here, there's 1,000 people, and you know, it really doesn't turn me on. So I'm gonna go down a little bit lower to an open area that I saw without a lot of people, and we'll talk there. That is Mount Baker, and like so many big mountain climbs, we have climbed right into the clouds. So we're, and I guess up over there is the Artist Point around the corner there, and the problem with it is A, it's super crowded, and B, the clouds are coming from that direction, and so I think all the cool, beautiful stuff that you can see over there is obscured. So we're just going to look out this way for a bit towards Canada, I think. But it certainly is a badass place. Glacial, plate tectonics, just amazing. I think it's shy of about 5,000 feet, or right around 5,000 feet above sea level. And I believe this ride started at about 400 feet. And it's 25 miles from where I parked. So I'm not even in the position to do a flat ride of 25 miles, let alone climb for 25 miles, and now I gotta go back. I gotta descend, and there are just a few small climbs on the way back. But anyway, let's see if we can find a spot for me to sit down and talk to you for just a minute before I get going. It is cold. That's normal too, right? I don't think I can really put the camera down, so I got to hold it. You know, I had planned on telling you all about, you know, having left North Dakota and what I did in Montana, including my sister real quick, but there's just not enough time up here to do that because it's going to be, I'm going to get cold and the descent's going to be chilly. So I just want to share it with you. I mean, it's pretty badass. I can only imagine, and I think about the guy that I've told you about more than once, Foresty Forest. I mean, he goes on those ridge lines like that and hikes. Not only does he do that, like he'll be on a mountain like that over there and hike across a ridge line to that one, and then hike across the ridge line over to something like Mount Baker that's in the clouds over there. You know, so what an impressive guy. Wow, is he comfortable in his own skin to be up in places like that. I've only seemed to be able to manage to get myself to where all the people can drive to in the droves, in the thousands, the tens of thousands. Yeah, I may have ridden a bike up here, but it's still pretty damn easy to get to. But anyway, I'm excited about the descent. My idea for the descent is to just turn the camera on and let it rip, and then put together some of the really fun parts of the footage, and see what happens. You know, maybe there'll be music, maybe I'll narrate, maybe it'll just be the wind, who knows. But I'm hoping that I can get down relatively unscathed, relatively easily. I'm ready. I'm kind of ready for the ride to be over. Like I said, I haven't been riding much in the last couple of months, and this is a big mouthful to bite off and chew all at once to come up on a big ride like this. But anyway, you can see the switchback down there. That's going to be fun. I wish we could see Mount Baker. Oh, here's a photograph I snapped on the way up. I guess that's just going to have to do, right? Because Mount Baker is gone, and it looks like it's getting cloudier, and I am getting chillier, so I'm going to eat, drink, and get the heck out of here. So we'll see you on the downhill, and maybe back at the van. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next one. We are back 48.5 miles and 5,000 feet climbing later. So let me get a little situated and we'll wrap this thing up. All right, well, whew. Oh, I'm tired. So I feel like well, it's been a while since we've been in the Nomad Bike Rider studio. And I just need to take a load off. That was a big ride for me. It's been a long time since I've done something like that, and not exactly in the greatest shape. So, you know, I feel like I'm pretty well overdue for making a video. I've shot a lot of stuff that just never made it, and I've got a bunch of bike rides that are worth seeing, and so maybe I'll just put together a bike ride video. I mean, all the way back to Wisconsin when I crashed, and still haven't shown you that footage. So we'll see if I can put something together like that. And I want to do like a recap. You know, I've been since North Dakota on through Montana, and then Idaho, then now Washington. And I've got a lot of thoughts about geology, and I went to Lake Chelan for geological reasons, to see geology, and this guy that does lectures online and a professor from here in Washington. So, you know, I got to get my act together and put something like that together too. You know, I tend to want to be somewhere private when I'm going to do a video, and man, just like at the top up there, it's just everything is so crowded. You know, there's no. And I'm just one more person packing it in, you know, being part of the crowd. So I'm not complaining or ragging on anybody. But today was interesting. I'm just going to leave it as a bike ride. I did do a little bit of I gave some of my thoughts about what's happening in Afghanistan. That may or may not. If you saw it, then it made it. If it didn't, well, maybe another time. I'm going to watch it, and then as I'm editing the video, and decide then if it's going to make it. So what else? That's kind of it. I'm sorry about the scenery. I'm sure it was spectacular, but we got clouded out. You know, we just got up there as the clouds came in and got kind of skunked. So it was kind of funny because a lot of the places that I could have done some really beautiful video were all smoked out. So there's been smoke and clouds and all kinds of challenges, but you know what? It's never a dull moment. Things are great. Things are really good. And yeah, that's kind of it. Let's just call this a bike ride up to Mount Baker video, and I'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next one, and wish me luck in putting something decent together for you. Take care now. Thanks for watching.